Most of us live on the surface. We browse, we search, we stream. The internet feels vast, but what we see is only a fraction. Beneath it lies something quieter, older, and far less understood. The dark web. Not a place, but a layer. This is a story about what lies beneath and why it matters. The internet is structured. The clear web is what we use every day. Search engines, social media, news sites. It's indexed, cataloged, and visible. Then there's the deep web, everything behind the logins, paywalls, and private databases we use every day. Medical records, academic journals, cloud storage. Most of the internet lives here. And within the deep web, there's a smaller, encrypted corner, the dark web, accessible only through special tools. Hidden not by accident, but by design. And it's larger than the visible internet you thought was endlessly vast, with about half of it, 3%, approaching ultra-malicious, with phishing, scams, fraud, viruses of all types, ransomware, and bizarre shadow worlds that include every form of illegal behavior. Cryptocurrency is the main payment method because, for now, it's harder to trace than traditional methods. Estimates suggest the clear web makes up only about 4% of the total internet. Unsurprisingly, the deep web, which includes everything behind logins, paywalls, and private databases, accounts for roughly 90%. And the dark web? It's just a sliver, about 6% of the internet, but its impact far outweighs its size. To put it another way, the deep and dark web combined are estimated to be over 500 times larger than the clear web. But unlike the surface, they're not indexed, they're not visible, they're not meant to be found unless you know exactly where to look. The dark web didn't begin as a threat. In the mid-1990s, U.S. naval researchers developed Tor, the onion router. Its purpose? To allow secure, anonymous communication. Layered encryption, like the layers of an onion, made it hard to trace. Tor was released to the public in the early 2000s. The idea was simple. If only the military used it, they'd stand out. But if everyone could use it, anonymity would be stronger. Activists, journalists, and whistleblowers found refuge in this new space. So did others. Accessing the dark web requires Tor. You don't stumble into it, it's deliberate. It routes your connection through multiple servers called nodes around the world. Each node peels away a layer of encryption, never knowing the full path. The result? Your identity and location are masked. Websites on the dark web use .onion domains. They're not indexed by search engines. You need to know where you're going. There's no homepage, no map, just links passed quietly, often in forums or encrypted chats. It's a decentralized, anonymous network, not inherently dangerous, but unfamiliar. The dark web hosts a wide range of content. Some of it mirrors the clear web, blogs, forums, marketplaces. Some is built for privacy, secure email, anonymous Dropboxes, whistleblower platforms. And some is more troubling. Because anonymity removes barriers, it also removes accountability. There are spaces that exploit that freedom. But it's important to remember, the dark web is not one thing. It's a tool. Its morality depends on its use. Why is the dark web considered unsafe? Not because of any single threat, but because of what's missing. There's no moderation, no customer support, no guarantees. Links can be misleading. Files can be deeply harmful, not just to your device, but to your privacy. Identities are fluid. Even well-meaning users can stumble into places they didn't intend. It's not a place for casual exploration. It demands informed caution, context, and purpose. And here's the warning that can't be stressed enough. Do not attempt to access the dark web without being fully informed, not just about what's there, but how to protect yourself. Anonymity is not the same as safety. Encryption is not the same as trust. There are real risks, technical, legal, and psychological. Curiosity alone is not enough. If you don't know how to navigate it securely, if you don't know what to avoid, then it's not a place you should go. This video isn't a guide, it's a reflection, a story about a space that exists and the choices we make when we enter it, some of which can have life-altering consequences. Popular media often paints the dark web as a hive of criminal activity, and while that exists, oh yes it does, it's not the whole story. There are journalists using it to protect sources, citizens in oppressive regimes using it to speak freely, researchers studying online behavior. It's a space of contradiction, both refuge and risk. To reduce it to villainy is to miss its complexity. Does the dark web affect the clear web? Not directly. It runs parallel, not through. Its traffic is separate, its architecture distinct, but its existence reminds us of something deeper, that privacy, anonymity, and freedom are not default settings. They must be built, protected, and understood. The dark web is a mirror. It reflects our desire for secrecy, for safety, for rebellion. It shows us what happens when oversight disappears. And it asks a quiet question. What do we do with freedom when no one is watching? It's not a place to totally fear, but a place to methodically understand, because understanding is the first step toward ethical use. The internet isn't just code and cables. It's a landscape of humanity. The dark web is part of that landscape, not beneath us, but beside us. And like all shadows, it's shaped by the light we cast. To explore it is to explore ourselves, our fears, our hopes, our contradictions. And in that exploration, we find not just danger, but truth. Unfortunately, some of that truth is darker than most people can fathom. You're free to make your own choices, but it's important to understand the consequences and the ultimate responsibility for your actions. It's not illegal to visit the dark web, but much of what you'll find there is illegal. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay curious.